So today I thought it would be kind of nice and a different change of pace and scenery during this craziness that the world is going through right now. I thought I would get ready for the day in the woods at my new house. These are my woods, which is so exciting. I can't even believe this is real. It is a beautiful day here in Washington. It's very exciting to be here and to see what it's starting to feel like out here in spring. This is the first time that I have seen it in the spring. You know, we bought this house, like we started first coming to the open house and all that kind of stuff in the fall. So I've only seen this house in fall and winter. So to see it at this time of year with little bunnies hopping all around and birds everywhere, cannot wait until all of these trees are full of leaves and to see what this place is going to look like. I know the world right now is a lot. It's intense. I thought we could just hang out and chat, and I'm gonna start putting my makeup on now. I brought my makeup bag with me. This is actually a bag that Fenty sent. Oh my gosh, it is the makeup bag. Like, it is so roomy and amazing. The only thing is that for traveling, it's just a little too bulky because it takes up the entire size of a carry-on. All right, so I'm gonna start by moisturizing. I'm gonna be using the Tatcha water cream moisturizer today. Oh my gosh, my skin right now, guys, it is next level dry. I can't even believe how dry it is. It's so bad. I mean, my whole body is dry, and that's because the sanitization techniques I think that we're all taking in this moment are more than a lot of us are used to in our daily life. I've been washing my hands so much, as most of us have, that my hands have been just, they hurt to even move. But I put that Sympathy for the Skin from Lush on, and I'm not even kidding, what a difference it made. My face skin though has been just breaking out so bad, and that's because while stuck at home, I have been eating so much. I decided this morning, I talked to my husband, I'm like, okay, we had our week of gorging on foods that we love and everything being stuck in the house, and now it's time to really buckle down and make the meals smaller and healthier. I think we'll all feel better for that. I'm to the very, very last of my Hourglass Vanish stick. This lasted a long time. So I mentioned this on Twitter, and I said that in the midst of all of this that's going on in the world, it has been increasingly difficult to film talking about makeup because it feels so unbelievably trivial. And I mean, it is. It feels interesting to talk about a non-essential right now, you know, like, oh, here's an eyeshadow palette. Like, are people buying eyeshadow palettes right now? Like, are people caring about makeup? What I was saying in the tweet was basically how hard it is to sit down and talk about makeup without stopping every 12 seconds to be like, this is so pointless. Like, as I'm filming, I'm sitting there and being like, dude, I just feel like nobody really cares about this right now. And the world is quite literally on lockdown. And the response to that tweet was that as much as people understand that makeup is trivial, they need it in this time with how just everything is so intense, and it's a bit of a distraction to get our mind off of everything. I can say that in that, it's really hard for me to distract from what's going on. I mean, it is a lot easier out here than it is at my house when I'm on social media. I'm thankful and so grateful that I do have a place like this, that I can get out of the house but not be in a crowd of people. I've been spending a lot of time over here. In case any of you guys are maybe new or you don't know, we don't live here yet. We are actually in the process of remodeling this house before we move in. We remodeled the house that we currently live in, but we did it while we were living there. And we said that we didn't want to do that again just because it really displaces the cats. It's mostly to do with the cats, but because we have to lock them up. It's really loud, it's really dusty. My cat has asthma, so it's really not good for him to be around all that dust. And it was really a big task for us to keep the dust down for him in the last remodel. And also out of respect for the contractors as well, because they have to work around you when you're in the house and we work from home. So it just makes it a much more difficult situation for everybody involved when we live there during the remodel process. So we figured we would remodel the house before we moved in, and then we would move in when they're finished. And they're working at lightning pace. I gotta tell you, it's just been absolutely amazing. So they are working so hard in there right now. We've done a lot of the demo and stuff like that on the house prior to them starting. And if you guys are interested in checking that out, I'm gonna have the link up here to our second channel, and on that channel, which is called The Sweet Life of Zach and Kristi, we talk about gardening, homesteading, but right now our channel is solely focused on the remodel and all the work that we've done on the house. So if you want to watch us bash out walls, if you want to watch us together in general, like if you ever wanted to know what my husband is like or anything like that, you guys can go check out the channel. And I love it so much. It has become one of my favorite things. Like, I enjoy the second channel to a level that I can't even express because it is just something different. It's the creative side to myself that I don't really show that often on this channel, because this channel is mostly based on like beauty and makeup, and you know, there's like some commentary talk here and there. But that channel to me is just like, it's the place where all of the things that I find interest in that aren't suitable really for this channel, it goes over there. And we're gonna do things like canning and talking about gardening. We like showed you guys last year when we set up our worm bin, which is still going strong, remodeling the house, decorating the house. So I'm gonna have a whole decorating series over there on the channel when we get done to the point where we're like painting walls and actually putting furniture and stuff in. I'm gonna do a ton of stuff about decorating over there on the other channel. So if you guys are interested in any of that, I will have the channel linked. But it has been such an amazing thing having this outlet that is creative in a way of like making videos, but in the way too of like doing physical things. Like, it actually is crazy how much I enjoy remodeling. I really enjoy working on houses. I really, really do. So when you live in the middle of the woods, you deal with things that you're not, you know, used to dealing with when you live in a city. And for us, that is rodents, bugs. These are all things that you have to like be cool with when you live in the middle of the woods. Literally, like, we now live in your home, so we have to understand that like that's the way it is. When we started knocking out walls and stuff for the remodel, which you can see all of this on the channel as well, we noticed that we have a rodent infestation in the house. So the contractors knocked out this wall in the living room. It's one that, oh God, you guys, it looks so good. The difference is actually like shit your pants good. It changed the entire feel of the house, but in a such good way. Like, it feels so open and inviting and beautiful, and it has so much more scenery of the outside, and it's just like stunning in every way. But when they opened up the ceiling, they discovered a huge mice nest up there. And we came that evening to look at the work the contractors had done, and we saw that, and it's so clearly obvious how there's a mouse infestation. You can see like the healthy, good, fresh insulation, and then you can see the insulation that's all discolored and chewed up from the mice, and like tons of birdseed up there because clearly they've been storing it up there for food source. I assume that the previous owner of this house were feeding birds, and that feeds mice too. So we started cleaning up the mouse stuff. Like, we started cleaning it up, and then I was like, crap, we need to be wearing respirators. So I grabbed our respirator masks. They're not like respirators, but they are like the white masks with like the little plasticky part in the front. And it's what we've been wearing for the remodel, and it helps keep the dust and stuff out of our lungs. But we put those on, we put some gloves on, we cleaned everything up, washed our hands really good. And then I went home and I Googled mouse infestation Washington, and basically it was like, do not ever remove it on your own. Do not vacuum it up, which we did. Do not be around it, which we were. And I was like, oh my God. And so I immediately was freaking out because I was like, holy shit, we have Hantavirus, which, if you don't know what I don't know how to pronounce it, Hantavirus. It's basically a virus that a specific type of mouse carries, and they are deer mice, and it's very deadly, very, very, very deadly, but very few people do get it. You know, I think they said since 1993, only 50 people in the state of Washington have gotten it. So it's not common, but we were directly in contact with the urine and feces and the whole nest situation. And everyone was like, calm down, Kristi. It has to be a specific type of mouse. They have to have the virus, and then you have to have exposed yourself to it. And I was like, oh my God, I guarantee you it's that fucking mouse, dude. I know it's gonna be that specific type of mouse. Well, lo and behold, we come to the house the other day, and we go up into the bathroom because we are looking at this tile that we want to put in the bathroom. And I look over when I'm standing in the bathroom, and I see that the bathtub that we had just been near a few days prior, so I knew what it looked like before, the bathtub was now full of debris, and it looked all messy and discolored on the bottom. The more I looked, I was like, oh, that's mouse droppings. Then I look in the tub, like I walk closer to it and look in, and there is a dead mouse in there. And right next to it is a half mouse. It has back feet, fur, and a piece of its tail, but the rest of it has been eaten. Clearly eaten by the other mouse, and then the other mouse died. I was horrified and Googled, what does a deer mouse look like? Lo and behold, it was a deer mouse. So our house has a deer mouse infestation. You know, at this point, it's comical. It is what it is. If we exposed ourselves to it, it sucks. Trust me, I have been freaking out about it for the entire last week. I'm sick to my stomach about it. We're being very safe with the house now, like sprayed everything with bleach, which helps kill that virus apparently. And we made sure that we're like as safe as humanly possible. But it's absolutely like just, it would be a deer mouse. everyone says not to worry about it, but also it's me. Worry about everything. So this has been an interesting week, to say the least, feeling like I'm paying such close attention to make sure that I'm not sick with this weird deer mouse disease, and hoping and praying that I don't have it. But we literally, because okay, the likelihood of getting it is 1 in 13 million. And so you may laugh right now and be like, oh wow, Kristi, you need to calm down. Is it 1 in 13 million if you've literally touched it though? Is it more if I've been around it? What's the odds then? I don't know, dude. All I can tell you is I regret that moment of my life. I regret it. But it is what it is. We can't change it. And I'm just hoping and praying that we put the masks on soon enough. We probably put them on like 30 seconds after we looked at it and my husband like poked at it. And he didn't touch it with his bare hands or anything, like under any circumstances. But we did like vacuum it up, and they say you're not supposed to do that. So it has been a week for me, feeling like I exposed myself to hantavirus. I laugh now, but if I am, I swear to God. I have a feeling that some of you guys are gonna ask about what we're gonna do. There's like an awning porch area of this house. And what we discovered is that whoever built it left huge gaps. And I'm talking, mice only need, I guess, like the size of your pinky to get through, or a dime, but they left gaps the size of, I mean, like 2 inches, some parts of it. So Zach and I came yesterday and we got some like mesh screening and caulk and steel wool, and I filled in every gap that I could that was small enough with steel wool, and then I caulked all in so the mice, I guess, can't chew through that. And then we also meshed off everywhere else, so basically we're stopping them from getting in. They say that the best defense for mice is not just killing them, but stopping them from coming in, because if you close off their entry point, they're not going to be able to get back in, and then you don't have a mouse problem. It's not that they just waltz through the front door when you're, opening the door. It's that they're coming in through areas. So you need to make sure that all those areas are closed off, and then make sure that when you're living there, you're closing off any food source that they have. Obviously, we're not feeding birds anymore. There's no more bird seed. Clean up anything that's currently there, and they have no reason to stay. So that's what we're doing. And we set a couple of live traps, and we haven't seen anything come through. Nothing was tripped this morning. So hopefully we're taking care of the issue. I don't know how bad it is, but it doesn't look to be that bad. We just got a new roof on the house, so I think we're gonna be good now once we've done that. But other than that, the house is coming along so well. We have taken out 3 of the main walls in the house. I know that it seems weird. Sometimes it's hard to see people's vision, on what they see, but when I first walked into this house, it had an entryway that had a wall right in it, and I just felt like, oh man, that wall is partitioning off the living room, but for really no purpose, because on one end there was a door, and then the other end there was an opening, and it just felt like, why is this wall even here? So we were like, okay, let's take this wall out, and then we were like, ooh, if we take the wall above it out too, it would feel like a loft. So we've been really making some unique changes to this house, but my husband and I both agree that these changes that we've made make it feel like our home instead of somebody else's. It really feels like we've made this into a house that really reflects us and our personalities and our likes and things like that, versus feeling like we moved into someone else's house. So it's really, really beautiful. I'm loving it so much, and we're really excited to be done. I have no idea when it's gonna get done, but I'm assuming May, June timeframe, just given that everything's getting pushed off right now because of COVID-19, because windows have to get ordered, and a lot of places just aren't, running at same capacity that they were. So I don't know, as far as like, cabinets and windows and stuff getting ordered, if it's going to push us back even further. And if it does, it's just a minor setback in life, and things happen. I feel for everyone else who either has to work during this because they can't take time off, or can't work but needs to work. It's such a rough time in the world for everybody, and I feel so badly for everyone in this situation. It's just, I'm just gonna say it just feels unbelievable to me. Like, I can't believe we're at this point. It just feels like something that we have all thought about and talked about at points in our life, like, what if this happened, or what if? And we all have like kind of come under these what if scenarios before in our minds, but never did we think it would probably be a reality like it is. And so for it to actually be a reality, and for the world as a collective to be experiencing it at the same time, this isn't just like just the United States or just Canada or just, Italy. This is the world the world is all kind of on the same page right now. And that feels really weird to know that I know people are watching this right now. Like, I don't know where you're from, or I don't know, what your country is doing right now, but we all know about this. We're all taking precautions. We're all doing what we can. And it's just really interesting to be together as not just a society here, but like internationally, all together, looking around being like, we're doing what we can. We're doing the only thing we know to do. And it's just really mind-blowing to me that I'm even talking about this on a real scale. So what have you guys been doing during all of this? Like, what does your day consist of? I realized that lately, nothing about my life has really changed that much. I'm kind of a hermit anyways. We all know that. So it's not even like anything has changed, but the second they told us that we can't go out, I'm like, you're not my real dad. I'm not going out. Trust me, I'm listening to it, but it's weird. As soon as they said, like, you can't leave your house, I'm like, but I want to. I just do. I don't know if any of you guys feel that way. Like, so I've been, when I want to get out of the house, I just come over here. There's nobody here. We're in the middle of the woods. So that's kind of what we've been doing. And it is nice. I can tell you, it's nice to just get out of the day-to-day same thing over and over and over again, which I find that I can get sucked into really easily. Just the same monotonous. Oh crap, I forgot brow product. I knew I forgot something. I forgot brows. Oh well, my makeup's gonna look real weird today. I've discovered that I just kind of aimlessly wander around, and in this time, the world just right now feels so different. It just has this different air about it, and it feels like, I don't know, I just don't know how to continue on with normal life when life isn't normal right now, it's such a unique thing to try to navigate. I don't really know how to do that, and I think that a lot of people are feeling this way right now, where just the world has a different air about it. I've only left the house to go to the grocery store twice in the last few weeks, and each time I've gone, it's like there is a feeling about it when you're at the store. It's like everyone for themselves, and I think that a lot of times people are that way, and that's especially in a situation, it kind of does come down to that, but it doesn't really feel like unity. I really didn't feel that at all when I was at the grocery store, and that was a really unsettling feeling, to feel like, if you get in my way, I'm gonna fucking kick your ass. Like, I feel like that's how it was when I was at the grocery store. Not me to other people, but other people to me. And I was just trying to get in, get out, and I just see so many people not even wanting to like talk to one another, and it just felt really scary because it just felt so isolating when we were there. It just makes you realize how quickly things can turn. It's interesting because I was at the store a week ago, and I got a bunch of groceries and stuff, and everything was pretty much in stock. There were a few things that were low or gone, like hand sanitizer was completely gone, but everything else was pretty much there. There was still toilet paper, there was still everything, and that was about a week ago. And everything, all the food, there was plenty of beans, plenty of rice, and then I went to that same store again a week later, and when I tell you, it was like wiped clean. It was so weird to see it so regularly before, and I even said, no, I don't really think that it's gonna get like that here. I was wrong. I was absolutely wrong. And I think that that's kind of a common thing around the world right now, but it was just so interesting to see that happen in such a short span of time. I worry about everybody. I really do worry. I wouldn't say I'm worried about the virus. I'm cautious. I'm doing what they're suggesting, and I suggest everyone else do the same. But more than that, people's reactions it's frightening, to see people, I don't know. I don't even know how to put it. Just the way humanity behaves during an epidemic or an emergency situation, that it really does become everyone for themselves. And it's a little bit frightening, I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, I'm just staying home, washing my hands. I am definitely practicing social distancing, but my life is social distancing, so nothing has changed. I wish I would have brought brow product here, because my brows look weird. I have this, the Park Avenue Princess palette. Maybe I can take a little bit of this brown shade. Yeah, that'll work. You gotta make do with what we have. I mean, does it work or does it look absolutely terrible? All right, and that's the makeup. Easy, done, simple. I appreciate you guys so much, and things are just so interesting right now. I apologize for the lack of content. Instead of a video on Monday, I did a 3-hour live stream, and I know a lot of people can't join the live stream, but it was fun, and I really did have a good time. I know that I should just probably keep business as usual, But it's so interesting to do business as usual when life isn't as usual. All right, well, I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video was somewhat relaxing and decent to watch. I know that I talked about really random stuff in it. I'm not gonna overly sit here and overthink it, because I can sit here all day long and be like, I don't even want to upload this. But honestly, it's just nice to sit down and talk about life, what's going on, try to distract from the craziness of the world, but also, acknowledge it also too, because sometimes I feel like ignoring it and pretending like it doesn't exist is a disservice as well. Knowing, yeah, we're kind of all on the same page right now, I feel. And that is that I've seen a lot of people doing like, this makeup tutorial will make you feel calm. This video is relaxing and calming. And I thought, what better tool do I have at my disposal than the forest? So here we are. I just hit 950,000 subscribers. That number to me is mind-boggling. 950,000 people have seen my face. That makes me, it feels so crazy, you guys. You don't even understand what that feels like. It's so weird. I can't even believe it. But thank you so much for subscribing. You guys are wonderful, amazing, sweet-hearted angels, and I appreciate you so much, and it means the world to me. All right, well, thanks for watching, and I will see you at my next video. Bye!